Hey everybody, it is the night of January 1st, 2023, and we all survived that horrific storm last night in Sacramento. Well, actually, in a lot of California. I was at a shamanic drum circle for a few hours last night, trying to cleanse away some residual karmic lessons that I was having a hard time closing the door on. So I was gifted a spot and was divinely placed under the Mother Mary and got some of the crapola out that I needed to get out physically and emotionally, and settled into this idea of really closing the door on some negative self beliefs that I have within myself. And so I taught my morning class at the gym today, and I read from my favorite book, which is it's a daily from Melody Beattie, Journey to the Heart. I have some of her other ones too, but this one resonates the most with me. At least it did this past year or two. The year 2023 in numerology comes out to the number 7. And the number 7 represents faith, intellectual, um, spirituality, philanthropy. And so this is the year where you will see and feel some of those elements more heightened because of the spiritual representation of the number 7. What was also discussed last night in the circle was how, as a collective, we are slowly becoming more unified. And I am not educated in the realm of the pronouns. And it's not because I'm not interested or any disrespect. I just am not educated in that area of my life. But the idea is that the reason why this younger generation is bringing that forth is because we are all trying to identify as one instead of separate. And in the study of yoga philosophy, Hinduism, really any form of spirituality, we are one with God. And that is this new age purpose in bringing that idea around that I'm not male, I'm not female, I relate to both because we are combined of masculine and feminine energies. It's a lot to wrap your head around, and I hope that you can just start to be observant in your communities as this collective starts to make this shift throughout the year. I do believe that Ma, Mother Nature, which is my higher power, wholeheartedly thrashed us with that storm last night as a wake-up call to drastically close, deadbolt the doors that have been open and closed, open and closed, open and closed throughout this past year that are causing us pain and suffering. Water clearly is the source, right? We drink it. It's good for the body. We detox it. We sweat it out. And so it's a cleansing element in our world. And I do believe that as a collective, Ma said, I'm not fucking around with you. Universe, world, people, humans, clear it away. Let it go. Don't hold on to it anymore if it's causing you pain. And I felt that last night, big time. After I finished my healing, I drove to meet a girlfriend in the crazy ass rain. I mean, the wind was blowing the rain sideways. There was power out all over the place. We were going to meet for dinner and do some recovery work. And when I got there, the restaurant was closed and we headed back home. But on that journey there and on the way back, I couldn't but tap into that energy of how desperate Ma is for us to really pay attention to where we are and to really require us to be still. Think of how many people had plans last night that it forced them to stay home. It forced them to be okay with change or not, to acknowledge that within themselves. And if they're not able to do that, that's part of the collective that needs to shift over this next year. So I'm going to read January 1 from Melody Beatty's Journey to the Heart, and you can see if it relates to you. She says, honor the beginning. Beginnings can be delicate or explosive. They can start almost invisibly or arrive with a big bang. Beginnings hold the promise of new lessons to be learned, new territory to be explored, and old lessons to be recalled, practiced, and appreciated. Beginnings hold ambiguity, promise, fear, and hope. Don't let the lessons, the experiences of the past dampen your enthusiasm for beginnings. Just because it's been hard doesn't mean it will always be that difficult. Don't let the heartbreaks of the past cause you to become cynical. Close you off to life's magic and promise. Open yourself wide to all that the universe has to say. Let yourself begin anew. Pack your bags. Choose carefully what you bring because packing is an important ritual. Take along some humility and the lessons of the past. Toss in some curiosity and excitement about what you haven't yet learned. Say your goodbyes to those you're leaving behind. Don't worry who you will meet or where you will go. The way has been prepared. The people you are to meet will be expecting you. A new journey has begun. Let it be magical and let it unfold. All parts of the journey are sacred and holy. Take time now to honor the beginning. I've been dating this past year, and I've been opening and closing a door that I needed to close. And it showed me a lot of things about myself. And so I will take those lessons with me as I move forward into 2023. And it showed me how to open my heart again and to love and to be in the company of somebody that was able to be with me for the things that I stood for the things that excite me, for the things that make me take my dreams into reality. Unfortunately, there were other things that were the reason why I needed to close the door and lock it tight. And so I am going to do my best, and I hope you can too, to move into 2023 with whatever door you needed to close that was difficult. having the courage to open a new door. New is the key word. Even if there's fear behind opening it, but with a new mindset that you are deserving of the things in your life that make you feel complete. And I know that, there's all this understanding that, yes, we're supposed to love ourselves. My sponsor says, Michelle, you have a hole still. You have a hole in your heart that's not fully mended. And it's still going to take time for that to mend. And so right now, my purpose is to fill my own cup, even though I want that to be with a partner. It's not time yet. And so that door that you are closing and the one that you're going to open, try not to rely so heavy on what's behind that new door into filling the hole, because you have to fill it before you reach for the handle. And that's a tough pill to swallow. We are all deserving of love. We are love. We stray from that. We forget that we are spirits, being humans roaming on this world. And if we could just connect with our higher power when we start to tiptoe away from that belief, they will show us exactly what we need to see when we need to see it. I'm going to do my best to keep flowing and keep loving, but loving myself first, as should you. That's my ramble for tonight. I'm going to find myself an evening ritual to settle into these days and carry on. I love you. If nobody's told you that today, know that that I do, and I appreciate you watching. Have a beautiful rest of your night. Cheers.